PDP accuses the the BJP of bringing in a communal agenda into Jammu and Kashmir. Samir Kaul of the PDP is taking on Meenakshi Lekhi of the BJP. The National Conference is openly accusing the BJP of trying to manipulate electoral rolls in its desperation to win in Jammu and Kashmir. Junaid Mattu of the National Conference is also taking on Meenakshi Lekhi, and I presume Bhim Singh of the J&K National Panthers party is with Meenakshi Lekhi. So we have 2 versus 2 on the Newshour tonight. We will seek on the debate a substantiation of the charge and then a response. So I want to first begin with Samir Kaul. Samir Kaul, communalism is your basic charge. Your leader's principal accusation, which some people believe is a reflection of your growing nervousness, is communalism, that the BJP is a communal party. Now, I find that out of the 70 candidates announced by the BJP, 32 are Muslims. How does this fall in with the kind of charge that you are making, that they are trying to communalize the situation? 1 out of every 2 BJP candidates in J&K is a Muslim.
When I say communalism, I just mark the words. It actually means dividing on the basis of caste, color, creed and religion.
Okay.
The BJP is dividing the people of Jammu and Kashmir, which is such a sensitive state of this country, and therefore one has to be very careful dealing with that, and with the kind of trust deficit that exists between the state and the rest of the country. One would have assumed that the BJP would have been responsible enough to deal with the state and not let pure electoral process take over.
So substantiate, now, for instance, don't generalize, just by putting candidates, give me an example.
Give me an example. What have they done? Just by putting Muslim candidates, it does not be because when you are propagating your election and when you are campaigning on the basis of the fact that the Hindus of Jammu are going to vote for the BJP and we will put candidates for the other seats in Kashmir Valley, but we don't really care, that is just a show. And basically you're campaigning on the basis of the fact that you're trying to divide.
For the third time tonight on this debate, I'm asking you, Dr. Samir Kaul, substantiate. Here I am giving you an opportunity, substantiate your charge. You've spoken for 1.5 minutes, for 2 minutes. Don't you have even one example? Challenge Meenakshi Lekhi with an example, and then I'll ask her to disprove
examples, all the station. It's very simple. All the issues that are concerning Jammu and Kashmir state, whether it be the Article 370, they are just fudging on it, and there are contradictions all the way. And and by tying up with pocket-sized parties, I don't think it's going anywhere. Frankly speaking, BJP agenda in Jammu and Kashmir, political agenda, is just a lot of hype involving the media and nothing much on the ground.
Okay, Meenakshi Lekhi's turn to respond, please. Because Meenakshi Lekhi, I don't know what your position is, whether you have any ideology in Jammu and Kashmir besides just trying to win. You are confabulating it with people. We are confabulating with people who have said in the past that they find it painful to take an oath under the Constitution of India. You have compromised your basic line on issues such as Article 370. So whether or not the communalism charge is justified, I don't know yet. But certainly in terms of compromising with what you had stated as your own ideology, you've really diluted your position. But it's your turn to respond, please, to the PDP.
So I'll first respond to PDP and then I'll respond to the questions raised by you. So my first answer to PDP is that it's an unsubstantiated charge by people who are trying to obfuscate the agenda. The agenda is of nationalism. The agenda is of One India. The agenda is of good governance. And 2 parties or 3 parties which have existed in the past have failed to give good governance to the state, and they have obfuscated the agenda of giving benefit to people who deserved it the most. In fact, have indulged in actually challenging people in terms of governance. The people who deserved justice, people who deserved benefits, people who deserved welfare schemes, people who deserve the protection under the Constitution have not received it, and we are willing to give that to the people of the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And the fact that the data that you have just now thrown at PDP spokesperson, he has not been able to answer that 32 people are Muslims. How is that communal? I don't understand. It's just that they are looking at people from the section and section-wise methodology. I am looking at people of Jammu and Kashmir who have not received welfare and economic benefits which they deserved over a period of time.
I find it fascinating. I find it fascinating. Fascinating tonight.
It is fascinating
tonight, Meenakshi Lekhi, that you don't speak about Article 370 even once.
I will speak about 370. And my position is exactly the same as Mr. Modi has said. Let's decide and talk about Article 370 and let people of Jammu and Kashmir come up and come out openly about it, the benefits they have received because of 370. Let people of
What
Jammu
about Sajjad Loan?
Decide all the benefits.
What about Sajjad Loan, your partner?
Yes.
Does he believe in your position?
But that means nothing.
I'm coming to that. Oh.
Ms. Lekhi, that means nothing. Ms. Lekhi, the statement that you talked about 370
it may
means
not,
nothing.
No,
of course, please go ahead. All I'm saying is that it's nothing. It means nothing. We still don't know your stand on 370.
I will tell you my stand. I will debate when the debate starts.
The debate has started. Answer now.
Jammu and Kashmir to debate.
Answer now.
I'm answering.
The debate has started.
You're not getting the point. Are you from Jammu and Kashmir? Let Mr. Kaul divide it with the people. Let Mr. Kaul divide it with the people and enlist the benefits of 370 and come out.
You are confabulating with the former separatist.
Decide.
You are confabulating with the separatist, the former separatist. You are confabulating with someone who is against your own position on Article 370. How do you justify it to yourself, Meenakshi? How do you justify confabulating with a former separatist, with a former separatist who does not believe in your position on Article 370? How do
the word you are using is former, not present, number one. Number two, if I can bring separatists to join the Constitution of India and take oath under Constitution of India, I have served my Constitution. If that is difficult to understand, then I think you have to await the result.
I'm sorry, but basically you are saying tomorrow if Yasin Malik is willing to support you, he will no longer be a separatist because he'll be supporting the BJP.
Yasin Malik, is Mr. Loan a separatist today?
I'm asking you. Sajjad Loan says Article 370 is inadequate for Kashmir. It needs more. Sajjad Loan says I'll be pained to take an oath under the Indian Constitution. Sajjad Loan says I'll be pained to take oath under the Indian Constitution.
Fine. When did he say this?
Well, he has said this as recently as the last general elections.
Madam,
I'm sorry, you don't know that he had once said this?
From last general election, I'm coming to it. From last general election to this general election, he is willing to take oath under the present constitution. Has the position not varied?
Ms. Lekhi, you don't understand what I'm saying. You have fundamentally different views on a host of issues. Is the only thing that is important for you somehow to grab power in Srinagar?
You're not understanding. I am saying no. It is important that people who are on the fringes and marginalized and are considered separatists are joining the mainstream. Is that not a victory of the Constitution of India?
Bhim Singh, your response to the charge of the PDP, and I'm coming to Junaid next. Bhim Singh ji, your response to the charge of the BJP, of the PDP, that the BJP is promoting communalism in the run-up to the J&K elections. Bhim Singh.
Most of my friends who are in the debate today are not aware at all about the constitutional relationship between Jammu and Kashmir and the rest of the country. Those who are telling me that Mr. A, B is taking oath of the Constitution, I swear in the name of Constitution of India. Do they know? The Constitution of India is not applied to me. Parliament of India has no power to make any law on me in Jammu and Kashmir. You know that I have a separate constitution. There's a tragedy. An entire parliament and all those great nationalist parties with whom I am sharing the platform. I feel ashamed of myself that they do not know that Bhim Singh, a resident of Jammu and Kashmir, a citizen of India, is denied his fundamental right because Chapter 3 of the Constitution of India is not applicable in our Constitution. Jammu and Kashmir has a separate constitution, a separate flag, and still the BJP is shouting about integration and calling it integral part of India. I would like to question all these friends. Do you know, therefore yesterday, a senior person, BJP leader, a Muslim lady contesting for Amira Qadar, she said, anybody who will raise finger against Article 370, I shall raise my gun. I want to know from Mr.
Meenakshi Lekhi.
Modi ji, are you following the same principle which Congress followed? Are you following the same principle which the PDP follows? Because PDP is headed by Mufti Sahab, who was head of Jammu and Kashmir Congress for 20 years. Congress or PDP or National Conference make no difference for the people of Jammu and Kashmir, and I feel surprised that Mr. Modi, the Prime Minister of India, says we shall act according to the aspiration and desire of the people. What does he mean? Is he joining the separatists? We should, I say, Bhim Singh, his Panthers party, and people of Jammu and Kashmir shall follow the Constitution of India. That's the mandate. But Parliament of India has, no right, is not empowered to make laws on Jammu and Kashmir. No law made by Parliament.
Your point is made. Your point is made, I think, Meenakshi Lekhi, the point, we moved a little away in this debate, but a very fundamental point. Junaid, I'm coming to you in a minute. Sorry for the delay. The very fundamental point being raised here that you are very keen to win the elections in Jammu and Kashmir, and you have your right to have your own strategy to do so. But you have diluted your basic position on issues like Article 370, where there was a zero-tolerance policy in the past.
I have not
You are dealing with people who don't have faith in Article 370, and Bhim Singh has quoted one of your candidates as having said that. Is Bhim Singh factually incorrect?
Mr. Bhim Singh is, yes, Bhim Singh is factually incorrect because this lady herself, will you please keep quiet when I'm speaking, Mr. Bhim Singh? Do you know this lady has withdrawn her statement?
Oh, then what? Then what?
Do you know that? Are you less initiated? Why are you telling a lie then? No, why are you telling a lie? Why are you making a false statement on national television? Somebody has withdrawn a statement. You want to stick to a statement which stands withdrawn.
Then what? Then what?
You're making a wrong statement. Number two. Then what? Then what? So somebody makes a statement, and that person.
You think we are in Jammu and Kashmir?
So why are you not admitting that she has withdrawn the statement, Mr. Bhim Singh? Are you low on your memory?
Your party
are you low on your memory that if somebody has
support? You are
I think even you are losing your ground. I can understand your pain. I know Panthers party is not getting the votes, so pain is very visible on Mr. Bhim Singh's face. Number two, Mr. Bhim Singh is not aware of Article 3 and 4. Article 3 and 4 of Jammu and Kashmir Constitution, that it is bound by the Constitution of
the Panthers party.
Miss Lekhi, we can settle this now. 1 second. Miss Lekhi, you deny tonight. 1 second. Mr. Bhim Singh, a minute, please. Miss Lekhi, you deny tonight. You are denying, and I'm asking the question. You are denying tonight that there's been any change in the BJP's position. 1 second. Every single viewer of the Newshour tonight will know that if there is one party which has consistently said it is our belief and our conviction that there should be a repeal, and I repeat the words, repeal, R-E-P-E-A-L of Article 370, it is the BJP. Today, will you say Just don't put it to the people. All this while, do you still stand by your position, and will you tell every voter in Kashmir and the Kashmir Valley that you are for the repeal of Article 370?
Excuse me. Are you aware of the process? Are you aware of
your own position?
370.
Are you aware of your own position?
I am aware of my position.
What is your position?
I am absolutely certain of my position.
What is your position on 370?
My position remains constant.
Which is what?
But it is the people of Jammu and Kashmir who need to take a call on this.
You are diluting your position.
Article 370.
This is not what you said earlier.
Diluting.
Of course you are diluting. The whole world knows you are diluting your position on 370.
Because you are talking,
you have changed your position on Article 370.
Dilution.
You have changed your position on Article 370 on national television. You are doing it now. You are saying today you never sought abrogation of Article 370. Miss Mehbooba Mufti.
A lie spoken by you 100 times will not become the truth. And the truth is, my position is constant. But it is the process, and the process is people of Jammu and Kashmir need to debate and vote against it.
Okay, so Miss Mufti, I hope you are yourself convinced about what you're saying. One second. I find no 1 minute. Just a minute.
Where is the contradiction?
Just a minute.
Where is the contradiction?
Just a minute. It's okay. You are entitled. 1 second. No, 1 minute, please. You are entitled. You are entitled to changing your position. But don't tell me. Don't tell me today. Don't tell me today, Meenakshi Lekhi.
I have changed my position. It will not become.
Miss Meenakshi Lekhi, I am telling you today, you are entitled to change your position on Article 370. But the fact is, everybody watching the program tonight knows this, and please allow me to complete. Everybody knows that consistently.
Everybody watching the program needs to understand
now. So you change your position and you tell people, please understand, we are fighting the elections in J&K. We've changed our position.
The process of achieving that is by the people of Jammu and Kashmir need to debate and come out clean on
why don't you say
what benefit have they derived out of 370?
Miss Lekhi, why don't you, have you read your own manifestos on the subject? On Article 370?
I have read my manifesto.
Yeah, you have.
And do you know the process? My question is,
what did you say in your manifesto? What did you say in your manifesto in the elections of 2014? In the elections of 2014, the general elections of 2014. Meenakshi Lekhi, hear me please for a minute. Can you tell me on national television today on the news hour, what was your position on 370 in the run-up to the general elections? Please tell me in your manifesto.
Now if
what?
I am given time uninterrupted for a minute, I will
tell me, what did you say in your manifesto?
Mr. Goswami.
Yes, Miss Lekhi, I know my name.
Now please bear up with me.
I am bearing with you, but you need to tell me what you said in your manifesto in 2013.
Principal stand of BJP remains constant. Article 370 needs to be repealed. The process of doing so has to be by a debate by the people of Jammu and Kashmir. What benefits?
Did you have a debate before you wrote your manifesto?
I have decided and we have debated, but the process needs to be initiated by the Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir.
Well, I don't know, Miss Lekhi. You'll need to ask yourself and go back on your own manifesto on who said what at which time on 370.
No, I am very clear. I think, Mr. Goswami, you are
Miss Lekhi, I'm fundamentally very clear.
About processes, you have not.
I'm so clear. I wish you were clear. I'll tell you what your manifestos have said in the past. Your manifesto, for example. In 2009. No. Let me take the clock back.
That makes no sense.
So Miss Lekhi.
Are we not going to debate NC's stand today?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the NC also in a minute. But I have a right as a journalist to make an observation. And my observation is this, Miss Lekhi, that if you only look back at your own manifesto of 2009, for example, when you did not have a stake in Jammu and Kashmir, now you want to, at that time, you know what language you used? You said, quote unquote, Article 370, this is the BJP manifesto, ladies and gentlemen, which Meenakshi Lekhi today does not want to listen to. Article 370, the BJP used to say, poses a psychological barrier for the full integration of the people of J&K with the national mainstream, and the BJP is totally committed to the total abrogation of this article. Today you say, let us, you tell me the process.
Yes, I am.
You've tempered your position.
The process I've already told you, the process needs to start from the Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir.
You have a right to Uniform Civil Code, Article 370. These were big BJP issues.
Where is the contradiction?
Well,
Where is the contradiction?
Contradiction was then you said complete abrogation. Now you say tell me the process. We'll have to take it to the people. Okay, PDP. Samir Kaul. Samir Kaul and then Junaid Mattu.
There is a step to achieve that abrogation. And that abrogation cannot come until unless Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir takes a call on that.
The other glaring contradiction.
What benefit have you got out of 370?
The other glaring contradiction. True. The other glaring contradiction is that you are desperate to do business with people who have achievable nationhood as their agenda. People's Conference, it's a political non-entity. So we don't bother too much about it. But you have become so desperate to do even business with people who have achievable nationhood as their agenda. How does it match with your agenda?
We are not willing to do business with PDP.
Let us go to Junaid Mattu now, please. To Junaid Mattu, my question is. Junaid Mattu. No, 1 second.
That we don't need to do.
May I please? And for all viewers of Newshour tonight, 1 second.
We don't want you to do that. We wouldn't want to do business with a communal party. We wouldn't want to do business with a communal party. No way. We wouldn't do it.
Junaid Mattu of the National Conference, my next question is to you. My next question is to Junaid Mattu, who has patiently listened for the last 20 minutes. May I please?
You had no problem in accepting benefits earlier time, right?
Okay, Junaid Mattu, you have made an accusation against the BJP.
That was a different story.
Omar Abdullah has made a serious allegation, Mr. Mattu, and I want you to substantiate it. He says that the migrant voters who have been registered outside the state are being included in the electoral rolls in Jammu and Kashmir. That's a very serious charge, Mr. Mattu. Do you have the proof? Would you present the proof and then I'd get Meenakshi Lekhi to respond to you?
I'll answer to that question, Arnab, and I hope you'll give me the chance to talk about a certain other set of things that have been talked about, which have slightly digressed, but they're important points. About what Omar Abdullah has said, there has been a perception. One of our MLAs from Srinagar, from the Habagadal constituency, approached me the other day, and she had some very logical substantiations to make with which she is going to approach the Election Commission of India about postal ballots. Let us make it very clear that we are for the optimal participation of Kashmiri Pandits and migrant voters in the electoral process. We want as many migrant voters to vote in these elections. We have always wanted them to vote. We have always reached out to them. But there is a perception, and right now it is just a perception. There are certain substantiations that will be submitted to the Election Commission that the process of the registration of postal ballots, for example, somebody has not voted for 30 or 35 years or 20 years, is all of a sudden sending a postal ballot from some city. So it needs to be verified. That person has every right to vote. He should vote. It is very good that he is voting, but it should be substantiated.
Are you scared about
We want them to vote. We want as many...
decisive vote?
No, we want as many Pandits to vote as possible.
No, because the margins of victory in J&K are very small.
We have always reached out to them. We've always reached out to them. We have been the first political party.
The Pandit vote can be a key.
We have been
Are you afraid the Pandits will vote for the BJP? That your chances will be hurt further? If that is the case, you may say so openly. Because you're not showing the proof. I thought you'll produce the proof. I'll get Meenakshi Lekhi to respond.
No, certainly not. Pandits are we will produce whatever grievances we have, whatever apprehensions we have to the Election Commission. We don't need to submit that on the NewsHour.
You know how serious the charge is.
Let me make something very clear.
This charge is manipulation of electoral rolls.
Let Election Commission, let that be a dealing between the Election Commission and a political party. Let that be a dealing between the Election Commission and the political party. Just bear with me. We have been the first political party that has gone to the migrant camps of Jammu to ask, no. Kashmiri Pandits are an integral part of this state. They should vote. Every Kashmiri Pandit should go out and vote. Every Kashmiri citizen, irrespective of his religion, should vote. Now let me make a couple of points, Arnab. I've heard everything very patiently.
Bhim Singh is responding to Junaid Mattu. Just a minute, hold it. Bhim Singh is responding. I'm coming back to you. Bhim Singh.
But he doesn't talk about...
Bhim Singh is saying something to you, Junaid. Junaid, a minute. Bhim Singh is saying something to you.
I did not interrupt.
No, I just want you to hear him. I'm coming back to you after that because it's a debate. Yes, Bhim Singh.
I will hear him.
You hear him and I'm coming back to you, Junaid. Bhim Singh.
He is Indian citizen and not Kashmiri citizen. I am citizen of India, not Jammu citizen. And my friend today, they are all misreading. What happened, my friend, to the EVM, which have been taken to Gujarat. And from Gujarat, they are being dispatched to Jammu and Kashmir. Do you know?
What is your allegation?
Then they can play the machine. And yes, I'm saying it there. It's not allegation, that's a fact. I wrote a letter to Election Commission. They replied, yes, we are taking them to Gujarat. And from Gujarat, we are taking Gujarat from Hyderabad, manufacture it, and then bringing to Jammu and Kashmir. You tell me now, Election Commission has given
what is wrong with that? This is one country.